Hello students, welcome to my channel Linguasphere. Today we are going to learn a very challenging topic, that is voice, active voice and passive voice. Now what do you understand by active voice and passive voice? Let's see an example. I eat rice. Here you have the example on the screen. I eat rice in active voice and rice is eaten by me is in the passive voice. Now I is a subject here, eat is a verb and rice is an object. Now when we change any sentence from active voice to passive voice, the object becomes the subject. Now here you can see that cross. The object becomes the subject now, and we use the tense of the sentence will not change, and here we use the helping verb is, because the tense of the sentence is present tense. It is in present tense, that's why rice is eaten by me. We'll follow rules also, but not now. First, let's see so many examples. In this chapter, we are going to see three things. We are going to learn three things: active voice and passive voice, classifying sentences into active or passive voice, then changing the voice of a sentence. Now look at this example. Ritu eats food. Ritu is a subject, eats verb, food is an object. It is an active voice. Now here, why it is an active voice? Because Ritu performs some action. Here the subject does some action. Ritu eats food. But when we change the sentence from active to passive, now look at this sentence, food is eaten by Ritu. Now the object became the subject and the subject is the object now in this sentence. Food is eaten by Ritu is in the passive voice. Now in this chapter we'll take some examples. Grandfather gifts us earthen toys every Diwali. It's an active voice because here grandfather, he performs some action. So subject is grandfather and object is earthen toys. So here when we change the sentence into passive voice, now earthen toys, object will become the subject now. Earthen toys are gifted to us every Diwali by grandfather. So here the tense of the sentence is in present tense. It is in present tense. So here we are using earthen toys. Here the subject is plural. So that's why we are using helping verb are. Earthen toys are gifted to us every Diwali by grandfather. So who performed this action? Grandfather. Now the grandfather will become the object in passive voice. Now look at the second example. Mother is stirring the soup. It is an active voice. Here mother is doing some task. She is stirring the soup. Now when we change the sentence into passive voice, now the object is soup here. Mother is the subject. Now the object will become the subject now. The soup is being stirred by mother. Here the sentence is in, look at the tense of the sentence. It is in present continuous tense. Now here whenever we have any sentence in present continuous tense, we used being. B-E-I-N-G. So here the soup is being stirred by mother. Now look at the third example. Ridhima has sent flowers for you. It is an active voice. Ridhima, she performed some action. She sent flowers for someone. She has sent flowers for someone. Flowers have been sent for you by Ridhima. So in this sentence, children, flowers, it's plural. That's why we have used have. And whenever we have the present perfect tense, whenever we see perfect tense, we always use been. So here flowers have been sent for you by Ridhima. So one more thing, children, you just keep in mind that we use the third form of the verb or we use the ed form of the verb. Now look at the next example. The mechanic was repairing Mr. Dubey's car. It is an active voice because here mechanic is performing some activity. Now when we'll change this into passive voice, the mechanic was repairing Mr. Dubey's car. It is past continuous tense. So past continuous tense will change into, it will remain the same, but here we'll use being. Mr. Dubey's car was being repaired by the mechanic. Now let's see the next example, fifth one. Our sales executive will call you back. Now here when we change it into passive voice, you will be called back by our sales executive. Now this will be in passive voice. So our sales executive is a subject here, then it will become the object. Okay, it will become the object. Our sales executive will call you back. But here in this sentence, you will be called back by our sales executive. So here you becomes the subject and our sales executive will become the object in passive voice. Now look at this. When we change any sentence from active to passive voice, now the change of the pronouns take place in this way. I is replaced by me, we by us, you by you, he by him, she by her, it by it, they by them. So just keep this in mind whenever you change the pronouns. Now look at this sentence. In some cases, we omit the object in the passive voice. Like someone has booked the air tickets for us. Someone means some person is there, but it is not required to mention sometimes. So you can omit also. Someone has booked the air tickets for us. The air tickets have been booked for us. So no need to write someone here because this you can omit also. Now the next one, next note you have, a very important note you have, please note it down. Passive voice is most often used when the verb and the object are known, but the subject is either unknown or unimportant. In such situations, the emphasis is on the object. So whenever the subject becomes unknown or unimportant, our emphasis should be on the object. Like look at the first example. Someone threw a stone at Mr. Das' house. Active voice, and when we change into passive voice, a stone was thrown at Mr. Das' house. Who threw the stone? No need to mention, not required. When the subject is unknown, we can write like this. Now here you have this chart. Now when we change any sentence from active to passive voice, so here the sentence structure is given here, how we have to frame the sentence. Present simple, in present simple, we use, when we change into passive voice, we use is, am, are and third form of the verb. And in present continuous, we use is, am, are plus being plus third form of the verb. In present perfect, like if I say, I've done my work. I've done my work. My work has been done by me. Okay. So here in this way you have to make sentence. Past simple, you can see here past simple in passive voice will be followed with was or were plus third form of the verb. In past continuous, was or were plus being plus third form of the verb. Past perfect, had plus been plus third form of the verb. In future indefinite, we have to use will be plus third form of the verb. In future perfect, will plus have been plus third form of the verb. So just take the screenshot of this slide and then you follow it whenever you change any sentence from active to passive voice. In the following sentences, identify whether it is an active voice or passive voice. You have to just find out whether the sentence is in active voice or passive voice. The storm blew away the roofs of the houses. So who is performing the action here? The storm. The storm blew away the roofs of the house. So it is an active voice. Here the subject is storm. It performs some action. It blew away the roofs of the houses. That's why it is an active voice. The goal was saved by Rohan. The goal was saved by Rohan. Was saved So here you can see who saved the goal? Rohan. Rohan is the doer of the action here, but the doer of the action is coming after the bystander, that is by. Okay, so this is in passive voice. The goal was saved by Rohan. So goal is the object here. Now the object has become the subject. So when the object becomes a subject, then it is in passive voice. We respect our teachers. So who are performing the actions here? Who respects? We. So here, those who perform the actions, doer of the action, if it is mentioned first, then it is in active voice. Udaipur is often visited by tourists. So Udaipur is often visited by tourists. Who visits Udaipur? Tourists. So here, children, in this sentence, those who are performing the task or any action, if it is mentioned in the end, then it is in passive voice. The thief was chased by the police. So who is chasing the thief? Police. So it is mentioned in the end. That's why it is in passive voice. If the doer of the action is mentioned afterwards, in the end, if the doer of the action becomes the object, then it is in passive voice. Now change the following sentences from active to passive voice. Anjali broke the glass bowl. So here Anjali is a subject, broke is a verb, and glass bowl is an object. So here glass, now first you have to look at the tense of the sentence. Anjali broke the glass bowl. It is in past tense. So you have to keep this in your mind. The glass bowl was broken. So you have to use was helping verb plus third form of the verb broke. Break, broke, broken. So you have to use a third form of the verb. So the glass bowl was broken by Anjali. Now the next sentence. The shop sells cakes and pastries. The shop sells cakes and pastries. Here cakes and pastries are the object, so you have to bring it at the place of the subject. Now you will say cakes and pastries are sold. Why we have used are here, the helping verb? Because the tense of the sentence is present tense. It's in simple present tense. So that's why we have to use are. Because the cakes and pastries are plural here. That's why we have to use are. So the cakes and pastries are sold by this shop. This will be in passive voice. Now the third sentence, Rajni teaches Sanskrit. So here Sanskrit, Rajni teaches Sanskrit, teaches, present indefinite tense. So here Sanskrit is taught by Rajni. Sanskrit is taught by Rajni. So we have to use is here because it is present indefinite tense. Now the fourth sentence, the riders wore black helmets. So here black helmets, the riders wore black helmets. Now black helmets is the object here. So object will become the subject. Black helmets. Here the tense of the sentence is past tense. So black helmets were worn by the riders. This will be in passive voice. Now John was eating an apple. Okay, so here when you will change the sentence, then you will say that an apple was eaten by John. This will be in passive voice. Now just take care of these things, whether the tense of the sentence is present indefinite or past tense or past continuous. All these present perfect, all these things you have to keep in mind before changing the sentence from active to passive voice. Now change the sentences from passive to active voice. Now from passive to active. Now look at the first sentence. Gitanjali was written by Tagore. Gitanjali was written by Tagore. Was written by Tagore. So this sentence is what is the tense of the sentence? Past tense. So you have to be very, very careful when you change this into active voice. Who wrote Gitanjali Tagore. Tagore wrote Gitanjali. Gitanjali was written by Tagore. So this will be in active voice. Now the next sentence you have. The chair will be repaired by the carpenter. The chair will be repaired by the carpenter. The carpenter, now what is the tense of the sentence? It is future tense. It is in future tense. Will be repaired. It will be repaired. Okay. So here the carpenter will repair the chair. The carpenter will repair the chair. The chair will be repaired by the carpenter. So who will repair the chair? The carpenter will repair the chair. The ice cream was eaten by him. Who ate the ice cream? He. He ate the ice cream. So the ice cream was eaten by him. The national anthem was sung by the children. Who sang the national anthem? Children. The children sang the national anthem. The national anthem was sung by the children. Cartoon films are loved by Ratan. Who loved cartoon films? Ratan. Ratan loved cartoon films. So you ask the question to yourself and then you will get the answer in active voice. Thank you.